Nyozo, papa échouera jamais. Papa toujours vainqueur. Papa soulage à opprimer. Papa boyaga injustice. Papa boyaga monter mama bé. Papa bien, bien, papa bien.
To my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, Mbolweni, my dear people, this is your queen, Ngningone II of the name, 17th generation crown queen of the Fangs and of the Diaspora and Africans, also known as the Immortals. Welcome, welcome back, my dear people. Welcome back to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. If you're watching me for the first time, hello, my name is Queen Ngningone II and I'm the host here at Nubia, the path to return. Now, if you like my vibe, stick around. I promise you, you will learn something. Now, to my amazing and returning royals of Africa, welcome back. My dear children, I was urged to record this message, okay? This is a rather kind of delicate message, but I'm being urged to put it out because the cries of our children are keeping me up at night, okay? Batatas, bananas, I have a very important topic to discuss about. I received an email from a young lady whom I won't disclose the name. I'm just going to call her Princess A. And it broke my heart. The title of her email was, Queen Ngningone, please talk sense into my mother. And that little girl poured her heart. And ever since I read her email, I haven't been able to sleep at night. So I told her I will address her mother, but I will do more than that. I will address other mothers out there so we can find healing, okay? Not only mothers, also the fathers, the parents in general. So it leads us to today's topic, my dear people. What are we talking about today? Today we are talking about the importance of children in the African society. Today we are talking about the importance of children in the African society. So my dear children, let's jump into the heart of the topic. I would like you to know that whatever you do out there, keep this in mind. Wherever they stole you from on the continent of Africa, anywhere in Bantu Africa, children occupy a very important place in our society. As a matter of fact, our elders teach us that children are a gift from God. All right? When God sees you worthy, this is when he's going to bless you, you know, with an offspring. Children are not given to everybody. So to the parents out there, the African parents, and again, this message is for my Africans. Who are my African royals? Those children of Africa, stolen from Africa, taken wherever in the diaspora, who no matter what nationality or name they gave them, know that they are African, African first. Those who hold dear their root, this teaching is for you. Let me tell you who are our children to us, okay? Our elders teach us that our children are a gift from God. So what does it mean, a gift? A gift is something or someone who brings good things into your life. A gift is something good, okay? Anything we get from God is good. So we are taught that to the African man and woman, his children or her children are their number one wealth, okay? Children are very important in our society. That tells us that children are a gift from God. So Tata Zambe, before he dispatches a soul to be under your care, that soul comes with a set of blessings. That soul comes with set of, gifts and talents, things which will be delivered to you. Thanks to that soul you have welcomed in your home. That's what our parents, our elders, they teach us. They tells us never commit the error to conceive a child and then go and abort it. Because in the process of aborting that child, you're aborting blessings, you're aborting opportunities that can attach to him. Because we, the Bantu people, we have that understanding. Tata Zambe told us that he will bless us the women, with the fruit of the womb, because we are that tree. So when Tata Zambe blesses us with the fruit of the womb, we have to know, number one, Tata Zambe has already made provision for that soul and what will provide for that soul. So if you kind of knock at doors, you make moves and stuff, you will see something coming, because every child brings blessings and stuff with him or her. Okay? Now, number two, in our society, the children, we call them the youth. The children are an integral part in our society. Just like the women have a council, the men have a council, the elders have a council. In most of our community, the youth, they have their own council, because we understand that they are our future. So how can they be our future if they're not involved in the matter of the community, if they don't know what's going on, if they don't know how things are, ran? So that's why the youth, they have a voice. That's why in our society, in our community, a child doesn't necessarily belong to the parent. The child belongs to the village. The child belongs to the community. Is to say, if, for example, you're having a hard time in your father and your mother's house, the neighbor sees it, the neighbor's in her right to come and pull you out of there, to bring you to her home and give you relief, and report your parents, to the chief or the elders, whomever are handling matters within that community, so that they go and explain why they put you under such treatment or abuse or whatever they're doing to you. So as you could see in our society, the children, number one, are a gift from God. Okay, anything we get from God is a gift. They're a gift from God. They come packing with blessings. Number two, they are an integral part of our society. What does it mean? It means that they have their place. They are recognized as a body of its own among us, the adults. We are also taught that the children are our status changer. What do I mean by status changer? The minute you become father and mother, your peers around you in our community, they start treating you with that respect, with the respect that comes with being somebody's father, somebody's mother. Your peers may even stop calling you by your first name or however they used to call you. They may just resolve in calling you Papa so and so, Mama so and so. Yes, it's a title to be a father. And back in the days of the kings and stuff, when your family is growing, this is when, people will go and see the king. Dear king, my family has grown in size and stuff. The kings were encouraging birth. So what would they do? They would give you another piece of land so that you can build more houses as you marry more wives and have more children. You have to understand that the covenant we have with the Creator, the Most High God, Tata Zambe, it's an everlasting covenant. And what makes it everlasting? He gave us a mandate. His first order was multiply. Because as long as we multiply, he will be represented on earth, his laws and stuff, and everything will be applied on earth, and so on. So children are very important. When there are no children, a society or community that stop having children, that society or that community is dead. Any group of people that don't produce children anymore, their days are counted. The children are that important because they ensure, they guarantee us a future. Okay? So you have to see that In our society, they are just not little people we can manipulate and do whatever we want to do. No. Crimes against children are severely punished under the laws of our lands. Any child molesters, they are usually stoned by the mob when they catch you in the act molesting a child. If you're in the city, if you somewhere in rural area, they will stone you to death. This is how we are serious about our children. If you wonder why Africa is still crippled, Africa is crippled because Africa lost millions of its children. That's the real reason why Africa is still crippled. What we lost in terms of human resources, nobody could ever pay Africa back for that. So a place where you could go and you get all the young people and take them to be slaves somewhere, what do you expect to happen to that place? And that's why Africa won't really rise until they demand justice for their children who were stolen, until these leaders start playing with these Western guys, until they sit down. Before you could ask me A, B, or C, we have to talk about the question of these children, our number one wealth. You stole us. Forget about the gold, whatever you're still stealing from us. Our number one wealth is our children. And Africa will be marginalized. Africa will be stomped on. Africa will be trampled on until our fathers on the continent start claiming you guys and demanding reparation, demanding apology, demanding the humanity that was stripped from us to be put back onto us. Until they do that, nothing gonna happen. They're gonna be the puppet of the West, because we lost that war a long time ago when they took millions of children from us. Now let's bring it back to the family unit. When you're a family unit, your child is your continuation. If you care to have a future, if you care to have a mark somewhere that you went through, that you passed through the earth, or you have a nice life on earth, you have to have children. They're the one who will maintain your memory alive. They're the one who will live through you. You can reincarnate through your children. We talk about us being immortal because we, the Bantu people, we have that ability to reincarnate through our children and come back with the kind of consciousness we had and come and work and continue the path we didn't finish, and so on and so on. So you see the importance of children. And also, we are taught that our children are just not these little beings and stuff. These are our ancestors reincarnated. Okay, that's why our fathers, our mothers, they call us papa, they call us mama. They would tell us life was a struggle until I had you. You came and opened up all the doors. And our elders also tell us that when we abort children, you shut the door for them not to come here. But what happened to that soul? It goes, it still grows. They will tell you, I see an 8-year-old next to you. That's a baby you aborted 8 years ago. And some soul, they go ballistic when you abort them. So whatever blessing they were bringing, they were trying to usher into your life, they block until you appease them, until you beg for forgiveness, until you do the necessary, you do a mediation, a reconciliation. It gets complicated, okay? Those of us who go through initiation, the female who commit abortion and stuff, when they go through initiation, according to our initiatic rites and stuff, what do they come back and say? They say they saw all the children they had aborted on the other side. At the age they were supposed to be, if they have allowed them to live. So you have to see that children are not what we have made of them these days. You know, I'm tired of always making excuses about what happened to us, But we have to understand that if we don't seek to heal from the toxicity of slavery and colonization, there's no hope for us as a collective. Our children have become a commodity. Of course, when they put you through a process of selling your children like puppies and stuff like that, it will cause something in you maybe not to feel attachment to children and stuff like that. There's trauma our people in the diaspora suffered. There's trauma that our people on the continent also suffered. Those who lost children, who never, saw children come back. Some families, I have heard, had even resolved to not have children, afraid that they will be captured and taken into slavery. So you see, we have a lot of traumas we are kind of navigating through. But in this day and age, we have access to information, we have access to healing, we have access to everything we need to make ourselves whole again. So I'm urging every parent, every father, every mother to hear this. Where we come from, we have a responsibility toward our children. We have to be the best parent we can be to them. Because you know why? When we die and we go and meet our ancestors and stuff, when facing the King of Kings, we are going to be asked, what have you done with the souls I have entrusted you with? Yes, that question always comes. So the karmic parents, meaning the parents who all they do is abuse their children and everything, a lot of them are stuck over there. They can't get any rest, they can't ascend, they can't be allowed to reincarnate or anything because of the wrong they did to these children. You have to understand that without our children, we have no future. Without our children, we're wasting time. So we have to seek to heal so that we raise healthy children. These children you have in your homes are not just little people you can manipulate. Some parents rape their children because they were raped. Some parents beat their children because they were beaten. Some parents talk down on their children, tear them down, knowing how they felt when they were being taught that way. Instead of going the other way, they do all the opposite. How long are we continuously going to take them for a commodity? In the diaspora, in the Western world, it makes it more delicate because children are attached to a check these days. So a lot of our daughters go in the rampant of having children just to collect checks. And even men are doing it today. They will marry a woman who's well off, have her, give her a few kids, and then try to live. You see them in court these days. Some of our men, they do that disgusting thing. Okay, they drag the woman to court for a check. They have broken us to a point of no return. But my people, please, if we mess with our children, if we break our children, if we destroy our children, we stand no chance. We have no future. We have no future. We're wasting time working for nothing. Working for what? The Mundele is to take back everything. That's the mojo. We work and they cash in. We work and they take. Because if we don't raise healthy children who will come and take over from what we build, we're wasting time. Okay? You have to understand that our children are our forefathers reincarnated. So you have to handle them with care. Those of you who know you talk down on your children, you yell at them. These are human beings. If you're a father, you're a mother, know that in your household, you have somebody's future wife. You're raising somebody's future husband. You're raising somebody's future teacher, somebody's future doctor, somebody's future whatever. We have that responsibility. We want to leave children behind that anybody who comes in contact with us bless us beyond our grave. Be kind to your children. Listen to them. Always let them believe that you're on their side. Many of us, I see a lot of our kids crying on the internet My parents don't believe me. I reported abuse. They didn't believe me. Our community in the diaspora is so scattered. There's really no structure. Like back at home, at least the community comes to play when a child is in distress. Our children, many don't have nobody to run to. Many resolve to take their own lives. We have to do something about it. If you didn't know how, start. Even when you want to go like super mad, especially us mothers raising children alone and stuff, sometimes the stress and stuff, we take it on them. Leave them out of that. Protect them emotionally. Your children are your future. Make them feel important. Those of you who beat your kids, those of you who talk down to them, those of you who make them feel like pieces of shit, repent. Our father, when I was growing up, my father, my mother, contrary to some people say, oh, African parents never apologize. My parents did. My dad, I guess before he got involved into politics, he was an educator. So he mastered the art of pedagogy, okay? The teaching of young mind and everything. So whenever he was a little too harsh in what he said and he see that it hurt our feelings, he will come and say, you know, maybe Papa said something I shouldn't have said, maybe not the way I said, but no matter how upset I was, I love you. You know, you have to always let them know that you love them. You have to always make them feel that they belong. They belong to you. They belong to somebody. You have to. So put aside your pride. A good parent is a parent who also admit their weaknesses. You can go to your child, listen, I didn't have a good father, I didn't have a good mother, but I'm determined, I'm the one who will break that generational curse. I'm going to be the loving mother or the loving father I should be, so that you will be a loving father or a loving mother to my grandchildren to come. So you would have planted a seed of love, of good parenting. You would have broken that generational curse of having parents who abuse their children. And spiritually, you know, it only helps you ascend and bring more blessings to your lineage and stuff like that. So you understand, we have a responsibility. If you have abused your child, don't let this year end. Have a sit down with that child. Look at that child in the eyes. Say, Mama is learning still. Our people say life is a perpetual school. We learn every day. Okay? So, humble yourself. Your child won't know humility unless they see you practicing it. So humble yourself. I'm supposed to be the one to teach you better. But when I do wrong, I want to come back and tell you, son or daughter, this is not good, even if you saw me do it. I feel bad for doing it. Okay? Mom and dad gonna do better. You are precious to me. We had a misunderstanding, or you did something I know I did too when I was little. Talk to your kids. Apologize to your kids. There's a lot of pain out there in the hearts of our children. Our children in the diaspora, poor babies. So do your best. Talk to your kids.
Les jaloux saboteurs aux yeux de crocodile veulent mon échec, me souhaitent la misère. Et voilà mon problème.
You must love children. I know that in the West, they make it about money. Everything is money, money. Our people say, take care of all the children the same. If you find yourself having to raise children that are not yours, love them like your own. Do you know why? Our people say you never know the child who will bury you. Many times the kids you spoil, the kids you made your favorite. When you're sick, when you go, you won't see them. They disappear. They're out there partying. Because you yourself show them that you are a person who's unfair. A person who doesn't deserve any loyalty or love. Because they're human beings. They see how unfairly you treat the other ones. So they take advantage until they move on. That's why our elders caution us and tell us, when you find a man with his children or you find a woman with her children, love them as if they were yours, because per the Bantu people, a child belongs to the person who takes care of it, and it's not a joke. So it means that even when that child gets married, it's the stepfather or the stepmother who was there as the dad or mom who will be given the honor that is given to the father or the bride or the mother of the bride. That's how it goes. So please stop the wickedness. If you have a woman who doesn't love children, you married to a witch. I'm sorry. If you marry to a woman who doesn't want to raise your children, get rid of her. Tell her, Queen Ngningone say, if you won't raise my children, get out of my house, because that's what we will do to her if she was back at home. Love. When you love someone, his child or her child is her seed, is her egg. Even in traditional marriages in our culture, when you go and marry a woman with children, they ask you that question, do you intend to take care of these children as yours or not? And of course, your answer to that question will be the determining factor whether that family will give you their daughter or not. So we need to stop acting like the Mundeles, okay? And complain why we are not being successful. It's like trying to fit a ball into a square mold. It won't work. No matter how much we run from our culture, no matter how much we pretend to be so westernized, but the African in us is crying. We people who are born to heal humanity, to love humanity. So no matter what we go through, I'm tired of excuses. I was abused. That's why I'm a beast. That's why I'm jealous. That's why I go after anybody who look better than me, because I'm a monster, because you are a monster. People don't just go after people who didn't do anything to them just because based on suspicion. I suspect they hate me. Or either we're going to break the cycles with the devil, whomever introduced the devil to us. So we broke down the chain of slavery. Physically, we have to break down the chain of slavery mentally, spiritually, and everything, and heal and rise. So please, take care of my princess and princesses out there. And you men, you found a woman with her children, don't go and rape her children, don't go and molest them, don't go and do anything. If you don't want a woman with children, a lot of our men are liars. They will play the actor, they will lie just to get in. And when they feel or they think that they got what they want, then you see the monster come out. If you don't care for children, leave that woman alone with her children. If you go in there, be that father. Because this is where you get your blessing. Because each one of their tiny little body and their little souls are attached with a set of blessing. When you go, Zambe, I love this woman, I found her with kids, let me be the father. Zambe release. He releases more. As big your charge becomes, more comes your way. That's the secret of the African man. When you see these women on TikTok or wherever, I like African men, they don't mind spending. Our fathers are Papa Noels. That's what we know. Our fathers, Papa Noel, Santa Claus. They give, they don't mind on their women and children because they know that they're the one who bring that spiritual wealth onto them. So they give it back, so it flows, it has to flow. If you marry to a savage in this age of Aquarius, by the way, you will see a lot of relationship breaking apart. People will now, join with their divine partner, because the age of Aquarius, any faulty foundation is bound to be broken. Okay, so you will see a lot of breakups, a lot of divorces, and a lot of unions. People that did not see your value, all of a sudden gonna come, because this is the time the veil is torn. We're now seeing clear. People are being drawn to where they need to be with the people they need to be. So this is a call for the children, okay? These royalties you have under your roof, treat them with respect, my people, please. Because as a collective, When we have our children crying everywhere because we have become too greedy, we chasing after money, they become just, we throw stuff. We don't even spend time with them. We don't even know their friends' name. We don't conversate with them. We just like, psh, what future do you think we could have? Okay, my people. So that was it for today, my beautiful people. So take care of our lovely royalties over there, our prince, our princess. When they go to school, hug them, kiss them, bless them on their way to school. Come back to me, okay? You know, I dispatch angel to work with you. May our holy ancestors walk with you to school and bring you back to me. Always speak blessings over them, even when they fail. You're like, hey, I know one day you're going to be the best. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Give them love so they'll have love to give. Okay, my people, we can never run out of love. I don't care what we went through. Okay? So until next time, peace, love, and unity.
It is the application, not the knowledge, that the truth becomes a part of you. May you please bow your heads. I pledge allegiance to my ancestors, my people, and Africa, Ikuzuba, the empire of the sun. I ask in your favor, may the ancestors locate you. We are Amandla Abetu Togoza Bokoko na Bonku.